Is it on? Hello dancers, in this next video, get your popcorn because I'm going to show you my 7 favorite ballet related movies and TV shows to enjoy while you're quarantined at home. Welcome back to the Loft Ballerina channel. I hope that you're safe and so is your family. Thanks for being with me in these trying times. I also want to thank all my new subscribers. My mission with this channel is to support your journey by providing you tutorials, how-tos, and sharing my own journey with you as an adult ballet dancer. My videos center on helping adult dancers that are either beginning or returning to ballet to feel confident and have tons of resources to go on their adult ballet journey. So if this is the kind of content that you would like to see, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you know when I post a new video, which these days with what's going on is quite often. And also leave me a comment, and if you like this video or any other of my videos, please make sure to give it a like and share it with whoever you think will also get value from it. Alright, so here we are. I got my popcorn. This is just really a prop because I don't even have a TV here. I'm in the studio. But I thought it was appropriate. So I'm gonna give you guys, I know you're all quarantined and a lot of you are asking what to do, what to watch. If you like ballet, I'm going to give you in order my 7 favorite either movies or series that you can watch on TV that are all about ballet and dance. So let's begin, shall we? And I'm gonna be wearing my glasses because I have to read a little bit from my notes. 7. Dancer. This is the only actual documentary in this list. It was released in 2016 and it's a documentary about the dancer Sergei Polunin, who in the same year, 2016, he was in a video for House. I hope I'm saying that right because I actually love that song and I really hope I'm saying it right. But the song that he made a video for was called Take Me to Church, and it's a beautiful song. I'm gonna link the video below. It's mind-blowing. And Sergei Polunin was a very prominent dancer already, but this video catapulted him to like rock star status. So this documentary, it was made by Steven Cantor, and it's on Netflix. It's available for free, and it's a great documentary. It's very extensive. It follows Sergei through life, and it has a lot of interviews with people that know him, with his family. And if you like Sergei Polunin, you will definitely enjoy it. The only thing, I gave this documentary 4 stars out of 5 because the only thing that I didn't like is a little bit of lack of consistency in the style. It kind of jumps from one type of cinematic approach to another, and I'm more like OCD. I like things to kind of fit into certain boxes. So, but as far as the value of learning about who Sergei Polunin really is, this documentary is really great. So enjoy. Number 6, Black Swan with Natalie Portman. Black Swan. This movie was made in 2010 and it stars Natalie Portman, and it actually won her an Academy Award, an Oscar for Best Actress. This is a great movie and it was directed by Darren Aronofsky. It is available, I couldn't find it for free, but it's available to buy. I actually bought it a few weeks ago to rewatch on YouTube. So if you buy it on YouTube, it's like $3 to rent or a little bit more to buy. And I think there's a couple of ways. Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, if you have HBO subscription add on with your Amazon Prime, then you can watch it there. I love Black Swan because Black Swan does have a very great aesthetic appeal, not just because of the costumes, but the way everything is presented. I feel like it does a lot of credit to the actual world of ballet and dance. And I think Natalie Portman did a fantastic job playing her role. The movie is about Nina, a dancer that is very conflicted because she just wants to be perfect, very typical in dancers, and she is just very high strung and very regimented. And then she gets asked to play the dual role of the white swan and the black swan in Swan Lake. But her personality, she's not at that maturity level because she's very young as well. So she has a hard time finding her inner black swan. So the movie explores that, and she has a rival dancer played by Mila Kunis, and this girl absolutely has the black swan down. So there is antagonistic friendship that develops between them, and it's just, this movie is a little bit surreal. You just have to watch it. I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen it. And if you have, then hey, perfect time to watch it again. I give this movie 4 stars out of 5 only because of the way this movie treated the dance doubles. Natalie Portman's dancing was partly done by famous ballerina. I believe she's from San Francisco Ballet. Her name is Sarah Lane, and she was actually very vocal about the fact that the Natalie Portman and just all of the movie people, they just never acknowledged her participation and how much of the dancing she actually did. Like all the part, especially all the leg work, was done by her and then superimposed. So I think that's kind of crappy from Hollywood to not recognize what it took to make this movie look realistic. Even though Natalie Portman did an excellent job and she trained very hard, she trained for I think 6 months or a year to be able to actually portray a ballerina, I still think that the dance doubles of this caliber should deserve some credit. And this actually stirred up a lot of anger in the dance world. I'll put a link to something about that below. That's the only reason I gave Black Swan only 4 stars out of 5, because besides that, it's a beautiful movie. Number 5, Breaking Point. Breaking Point is the first and the only reality series in this list. It started in 2012 and ran all the way to 2013. It had 2 seasons and basically is a sort of a docu-reality show that documents the lives of some of the dancers at one of the most prestigious ballet companies in the USA, which is Ballet West, and they're located in Salt Lake City. So basically, this series follows them around as they get ready for performance season. Actually, it starts at the beginning of the year when they're facing contract renewal, and it shows, I like Breaking Point not only because it shows the beauty and the glamour of ballet, but it also shows their struggles, and it shows their personal relationships and the kind of things they have to deal with and the sacrifices they have to make. And I actually have become somewhat of internet friends with a couple of the protagonists, especially Alison DeBona, because she runs Art Emotion USA, which has an adult ballet summer intensive, which I am an ambassador for, and I was looking forward to attending that in June, but right now we all don't know what's going to happen. So Alison, much love. Let's just get through this, okay? I know that they're also doing some online ballet classes, so I will do a link to that. You find it on Prime Video, and it has 12 episodes, and it was produced by Jane Tranter. So, great show. I gave Breaking Point 4.5 stars out of 5 because I think my only beef with it, it's not really beef, it's just a small detail, is that I think sometimes I would have liked to see more ballet and less personal stuff, but that's just me. Something that I read, an article that I read about Breaking Point said that they specifically added that to kind of get more people that necessarily maybe weren't dancers to get like a wider audience and bring ballet to that wider audience. So I definitely recommend it. Please go watch it. It's a wonderful show. Number 4, Dance Academy. Yeah, I love Dance Academy. Dance Academy is an Australian TV series. It ran from 2010 to 2013. And this series was geared more towards like a teenage audience, but I think adult ballet dancers are crazy about it just as well as younger girls and teenagers. You can find this on Netflix, and like I said, it's Australian. The actress's name is Xenia Goodwin, and she is a real dancer. She has been a real dancer for 7 years at the time she got cast for the role of Tara, which is the protagonist of the show, and she still dances. I just looked it up. What I really love about Dance Academy is that it follows this group of young students at the Australian Academy of Dance, and you get to see the beautiful Australian scenery, and you get to see them grow and kind of grow with them. And each one of them has like a particular personality. It's like they each represent a part of who everybody is. Tara, the main character in Dance Academy, is a young girl that grew up on a rural area of Australia and gets a chance to go to school in Sydney at the Royal Academy, and there she meets a group of friends which are all very different, but they all have in common the fact that they love dance. And in this series you don't get to just see ballet, you get to see them do hip-hop, and you get to see them do other types of dance and create their own choreographies. It's really, really great. Dance Academy ran for 3 seasons and had 65 episodes, so there's a binge watch right there. And then later on, they made a movie as well. So you can binge watch the series first and then watch the movie, which is like them after they graduated and grown up. And I'm gonna include that in my next review of stuff to binge watch during the pandemic. Give Dance Academy 4.5 stars, just like Breaking Point, because I think it should have a little bit more dance and a little bit less teenage drama. Number 3, Flesh and Bone. Now, Dance Academy was geared towards teenagers. Flesh and Bone definitely wasn't. It's a lot darker and a lot more adult. So if you have your young kids that you are binge watching your ballet stuff with, you might want to keep them away from this one, because it does have some underlying sexual content, and yeah, it's not geared towards the very young. It stars Sarah Hay, who is a professional actress that before being a professional actress was a professional dancer. This is how she got cast for this show. She plays the role of Claire Robbins, and Claire Robbins is again kind of like this part is a little bit typical of dance movies and show. She is a girl that grew up with a family with a lot of different struggles, and somehow she gets admitted to one of the best ballet schools in New York, and also to the company rather. It was made in 2015, and it is on the Stars network. So if you have the Stars add-on on your Amazon Prime, you can find it there. It is a miniseries with 8 episodes, and it was created by Moira Walley-Beckett. Flesh and Bone was nominated for a Golden Globe. All the episodes of Flesh and Bone are named with military acronyms, and this is because the protagonist's brother is somebody that just came back from war, and he was in the military, so that's kind of like a little curious note. The story is, like I said, it's pretty dark. Claire Robbins is a struggling ballerina that gets accepted in a very big ballet company, and she comes from a very dark background, lots of family issues, and she always feels like she is not even real. So mentally she's in a pretty dark place. She gets to the company, the director sees something transcendent in her dancing and decides to create a whole ballet just for her. What a dream, right? Well, yes, but also somewhat of a nightmare. A lot of things happen during these episodes, and a lot of relationships develop. But yes, it's a coming of age story, and there is a lot of interesting themes explored. Also, the final scene where you get to see the ballet that was created for Claire is fantastic. It's really beautiful. So I highly recommend it. I actually give this one 5 stars because I couldn't stop watching it, and I've probably watched it like 4 times or 5 times yet now. I'm definitely gonna watch it again. Number 2, Princess Tutu. Okay, so when we get to number 2 and number 1, I get a little ridiculous because I am completely obsessed with these shows. So forgive me if I act ridiculous. So Princess Tutu. Princess Tutu is the only animated show in this list of recommendations, and oh my god, this show, you guys, this show is the best. You have to watch it. It is created in the Japanese anime style. And hold on, I'm not gonna even attempt to mention the creator's name and say it correctly, so I'm gonna put it right here. This series was created in 2002, and it originally was planned for 2 seasons, but something happened and somehow they basically, the way it's delivered now is like 2 episodes are combined in one, and it's just 1 season. So let me start by saying that the first time you watch Princess Tutu, you're gonna be like, what did I just watch? There's talking cats, there is a lot of really surreal scenes, there's a duck that turns into a princess. So it's just, in the true spirit of anime, there's a lot of fantasy elements, but this one's really different because they actually do portray a lot of ballet dancing very beautifully and very artistically, and they use elements I'm sorry, from various ballet stories such as Nutcracker and Swan Lake. There's a whole part where you will see sort of like a white swan, black swan dynamic going on, and basically, I'm just going to give you a little bit of the story. There's a little duck, and the duck is given some magic by a wizard called Drosselmeyer that allows this little duck to turn into a human girl. Then there's some further magic that allows that little crazy ducky looking girl to turn into beautiful Princess Tutu, who is a magical ballerina. The job of this ballerina is to save a prince who has had parts of his heart taken out and hidden all over the place, so he has no feelings. She goes, in each episode she returns one of the charts to his heart and he starts to feel again. So that's just the very gist of the story. There's so much more, there's so many great characters, like the ballet teacher that is a talking cat. Whenever the students do something wrong, he says, "If you don't do it right, I will have you marry me." And it's so creepy and so cool at the same time. So yes, this is available on Hulu, the Hulu network, and on Amazon Prime, and there's also DVDs that you can buy. Definitely 5 stars for this one. Number 1, according to me and a lot of others, the greatest dance movie of all times, Center Stage. Center Stage was premiered in the year 2000, and the main actress is Amanda Hall. She is also a professional dancer from the San Francisco Ballet. She was an apprentice there at the time she got cast to play the role of Jodie Sawyer. This movie, oh my god, this movie is basically what all dance movies are made of. It portrays so well that whole story of the ingenue dancer. In this way, it's somewhat similar to Flesh and Bone, it's just not quite as dark. But the story is basically the same. New young ballerina comes out of nowhere. Director literally and figuratively falls in love with her, and drama ensues. What I love about it the most is that it stayed really true and respectful to the portrayal of dancers. And that's kind of hard to do. And now that it has been so long since it came out in 2000, now it has its sort of vintagey feel. So I love that. Like, give me vintage ballet, vintage exercise, jazzercise type stuff any day. I think I love the aesthetics of all of it. You get to see a lot of dancing, you get to see some good storytelling, but it's really, to me, this movie is about the dancing and what happens during the dance classes. There's a lot of quotes that come out of this. Some of them I actually use during my classes. My favorite is when the teacher says, "Where's the turnout, Jody? Where's the turnout?" Like, I want to make a t-shirt that says that. You can get this movie on Amazon Prime, and I believe it's also, yes, it is on Netflix. And yes, this is a must watch. If you watch this with your adult ballet friends, then you can always quote stuff from the movie and have all kinds of silly fun like that. There has been 2 more iterations of Center Stage, one in 2009 called Turn It Up, and another one in 2016 called Center Stage On Point. Now, I am still yet to watch these, but I will definitely make sure to watch them soon and include them in my next list of favorite things to watch that are related to dance. So that was it. That was my 7 things to binge watch right now while you're quarantined. What do you have to lose? Just immerse yourself in dance and share it with your friends as well. Well, my beauties, I hope you enjoyed this review of 7 of my favorite dance movies and TV series. Please let me know which ones are yours. If you have some that I haven't mentioned, please add them in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. We have to support each other during these hard times, and we have to share all of the things that we find that make our life a little bit better during these unexpected moments in our life as a whole society. So let's go ahead and share and stay positive. So enjoy, and I will see you next time.